everyone, my name is Stephen Beech. I'm the CEO of Beech Holdings. One thing banks or institutional investors often ask us is what sets Beech apart. In short answer, it's our unique pre-completion model. And I'll just take a couple of minutes of your time to explain that in a bit more detail. So typical developers will acquire a site and invite external architects that will often design things that they like, often shiny glass towers with little regard to actually what's on the inside. So typically in these apartment blocks you'll find large master bedrooms, very small guest suites, etc., and little thought for the specification that's actually in them. They will then hand that project to an external contractor who will design and build it, typically for as cheap as they actually can, again with little regard for the end user. They will then hand it to you, an investor, and at that point you will have to go out and search a lettings company out there and start a new relationship with a lettings company. That lettings company will often deal with repairs and property management, and it might outsource things even further. So our unique model at Beech is completely different. All these departments are actually in-house. Okay, so here's one of our lettings team actually in a meeting with the internal architects, who's giving a feedback exactly what they want in the apartment block. So often the whole concept you might have read online is build to rent. We actually prefer rent to build. We're specifically focusing on the end product, which is what the tenant wants, not what the architect wants, not what the builder wants, but what the tenant wants. So we'll often involve very, very early on in the process. Again, we don't pass the site to an external contractor. That is kept internal. We want the quality control kept internally, heavily monitored, and delivering exactly what we've specified throughout the build. At that point, we really won't pass it to the investors. They just want an income on the property. We'll pass it straight to the lettings team at Manchester Apartments, who will look after your investment for you. Again, is all in-house, taking a complete ownership and complete hands-off investments for you, the investor. Okay, so at that point, as I said, we pass it to Manchester Apartments. Manchester Apartments is very, very important in our unique model. Why? It's a 97% occupancy rate. So where most developers will hand over a building at completion and hand it to you and you go off to a lettings agent, you'll then generally start the process of trying to find a tenant. Now, if 150 or 300 or 500 apartments hit the market at the same time from the same block, it might take you quite a while, sometimes up to 6 or 8 months or even a year to let that apartment for an external lettings company. At Manchester Apartments, we actually start letting it 1 year away from completion. So that's 1 year we got to get that occupancy rate up, in most cases closer to 100% pre-completion. So the moment it's finished, the moment it gets handed to Manchester Apartments, the moment you get your return on your investment, day one, not month 6 and certainly not month 12. So really, in the short answer, that's what makes Manchester Apartments and Beech Holdings a unique model for our investors. Okay, so I'll delve into a little bit more about our lettings team. You can see on the screen there, we actually get 2,000 inquiries every single month for our apartments, and we're actually managing over 1,000 apartments so far in our portfolio that we have successfully delivered to investors, and that again has that 97% occupancy. So that's 2,000 inquiries, typically in an average month. So far now the UK is out of lockdown, we're actually delivering closer to 3,000 inquiries a month. All interested applicants that want to rent your investment. So that's what makes Beech Holdings and Manchester Apartments a unique operator in investment property. So hopefully that answers your question. If you've got any further ones, just pick up with the team later on.